Mardigrasman23 here, and today I'm going to do a little bit of a vlog. Oh, it's hard to look at the eye of the camera instead of looking at the screen. If you see the screen, look, it's like I'm looking off camera. So anyway, I got this idea for a bat for a brick czar, and it's actually for a couple guys. It's also for Frictionpin. So this is a bat and a fat. But the way I came up with this question was, I think I saw... Oh, I know what it was. In Frictionpin's room tour, in the corner of his closet, I saw some 91 Stadium Club baseball card, unopened boxes. Now, for you guys who aren't old enough to know what that is, that was a premium baseball card. When that came out, that was a sought-after card. Cards were 75 cents a pack, I think, at the time, maybe $1 a pack, and those were probably double the price. It was a premium. And it was just odd that, you know, he had a couple unopened boxes. And so it got me thinking, you know, when I was a kid, I collected baseball cards. I was always into Lego. Not much of a T-fall. Always liked Lego. Just didn't buy a lot of Lego sets when I was a teenager. But I did collect baseball cards. Problem was, I got into baseball card collecting around 1986, which is when the overproduction started. So, naturally, everything I have in my collection is... most everything in my collection is post 86, and you know, there's some good stuff, I guess, if you had premium stuff or whatever, but for the most, the bottom fell out because of eBay. I mean, when I was a kid, if you had a sought after baseball card and you didn't have someone that collected cards like you, which my neighbor did, so we, you know, when 86 Tops was the thing, we'd buy a box each, buy packs here and there, and yeah, it might have been 700 cards in the set. You'd get down to where you were missing 50 or 60 cards. You'd get together, and you'd have your checklist, and he'd have his checklist, and you just trade to fill each other's set. And the only other way to obtain cards than that was you had to go to a card shop, which there wasn't one in my city. There was one in Baton Rouge, which was an hour away. And when you're a teenager, how often can you get there? So that was it. So after we traded cards, we still might have been lacking 3 or 4 cards, and forever. You never completed your set unless you went to the card shop. And then the card shop would give you this box of commons. I mean, they had a box, if you needed 5 cards, they'd give you a box of cards, and they were usually in no order, because who's going to take the time to sort commons and put them in order? So, I guess in high school, I started working at this comic shop. It was a baseball card shop. It actually was a video game rental shop. Yes, we used to have those too. Just like you rent movies, you used to go rent video games. This was the only place in town that rented Nintendo games and Sega Genesis games. And so they also sold baseball cards. Well, they got into the comic deal. I started working there, and of course the comic bug hit me. I've always been a fan of Spider-Man. Collected a bunch of comics. Same thing though. Started getting into comic books in the late 80s, early 90s, and it was right at the time when everything started getting overproduced. So same deal with comic books. It's like reliving my baseball card days. So, you know, what happened was eBay pretty much destroyed the hobby industry. I mean, they're still out there and they're still big, don't get me wrong. There's still cards and comics that are valued, you know, real high. But if you really want a baseball card or a comic book, you got to get it graded. And if you get it graded, what's the point of it, in my opinion? Because if you got a comic book and it's graded, it's sealed in a little case, you can't ever read it. You can't ever read it. Because if you crack the seal, it's not graded anymore. It's just like with these Lego sets. I mean, there are people who get a Lego set graded, and they're basically grading the box. The box is in pristine condition, unopened. And it's put in a case with a grade on it, and it's worth an astronomical amount of money, but it's like buying a box. Who wants to buy a box? I want the Lego that's inside the box. So, like I said, eBay, in my opinion, has pretty much killed the hobby industry as far as a resale value. I mean, if you got a hot baseball card, you better sell it within the first 6 months, because 6 months after baseball cards come out, or football cards, or basketball cards, any of those insert cards, any of the autograph cards, if you don't turn it right away, 6 months from now, they're flooded on eBay, and they're worth a fraction of what you thought they were worth. So my advice is, if you're going to get into a hobby, get into it for you, for what you can get out of it. You enjoy it. You enjoy collecting, like my Mardi Gras collection. Probably not too many people out there watching my videos that would want any of my Mardi Gras stuff. I mean, who wants this cup right here? Who wants this? Not too many of you guys, but it's a hobby for me. It's what I enjoy. So anyway, it's enough about that. So back to the eBay deal. eBay has pretty much killed it all. Comic books, baseball cards, Thai Beanie Babies. You guys remember those? Those were the hottest thing. They were so hot they had Home Shopping Network that had a night dedicated to them. And on this night, between these 2 hours every week, they had a guy who would sell rare Beanie Babies, which was always a conundrum in my opinion, because if they were so rare and so hard to find, how did this guy obtain so many of them to get on Home Shopping Network and sell them to whoever wanted to call and order them? But anyway, there was precious moments. My mom used to collect those. Very hard to get. You could only get them at Hallmark in our area. You know, they had price guides for those too. There's price guides for everything. But now they're on eBay, and what she has, you know, it means something to her, but there's no resale value in it. Not that you would ever buy something like that as an investment. So that brings me back to Lego, and this is my question for Frictionpin, and this is my bet. Bricksar, what has the appeal of Lego that holds its resale value? And I mean, you can buy a modular today, and it can retire, and you can always get out, at least get out of what you put in it. I mean, I've got comic books that I can't even get cover price out of. You know, cover price might have been $1.25. Can't even get that back on it. Not that I'm worried about it. I mean, I don't have a basement full of comic books. But, you know, I got a couple long boxes, and they're just going to sit here because I'm never going to be able to do anything with them. But Lego, on the other hand, you can buy a modular today. You can buy sets today. You know, they even have Lego investors. There's websites dedicated to Lego investing. You know, there's one website, I think it's called Brick Pickers. It has a ticker across the top, like on the stock market, going prices for sets. It's pretty neat, actually. If you've never seen that, check out Brick Pickers. I think that's what it's called. But anyway, Frictionpin, Batsar, what has kept Lego's value? Lego will produce as many sets as we're willing to buy. Yet, when they retire, they're in high demand. I can't figure it out. You guys tell me. You tell me what your thoughts are. You guys watching this video, everyone, give me your thoughts. Tell me why Lego has sustained its value. I mean, it's a big bonus for all of us AFOLs, because our kids might think we're crazy, but 10 years after we're gone, they can look at our collection and say, you know what? If I'm not interested in it, at least it's going to be worth something to somebody. Somebody's going to want it. You know, my town hall, I've got all the modulars currently, except I don't have the original ones, the Green Grocer or the Market Street or the Cafe Corner. But I have all the recent ones after that, and they look real good, and I don't ever plan on taking those apart. So after I'm gone, my kids will always be able to get something out of that. Worst case, they'll get back they were paid for. I mean, if let's say the Cafe Corner, you know, it's over $1,000. It's around $1,000 probably now, new in the box. But you know, I got the Palace Cinema, which, what was that, $159? I mean, it'll always be worth $159. Even the detective agencies coming out, and people are gonna buy detective agencies, and they're gonna store them in their closet, new, unopened, stored. And they are gonna make as many detective agencies as we are willing to buy. And if you don't believe me, look at the Exosuit. The Exosuit, you couldn't find it. You couldn't find it. It sold out online in a couple days. All you had to do was wait and be patient, and now you can get the Exosuit. I'm pretty sure you could still get it. I know it was. Is it a second run? I mean, how would you know if you had a original Exosuit or if you had the second run Exosuit? How would you know? Is there something there that I don't know that's on the box that tells you it's a reproduction or a second printing? You guys tell me. Why does Lego have such an investment appeal? And why does it hold its value? Not complaining, believe me. I love Lego. Love my Lego. I'm going to keep buying it. Well, as long as I have money, I'm going to keep buying it. I'm going to keep building with it. There's a few things that I might put away if I get them on clearance. You know, if I was able to pick up something on clearance, like a bat cave, which I had and the box got wet. So, you know, I'd put that one up away because 5 or 6 years from now, worst case, I should be able to get retailed today. And I didn't pay retail for it because I'm not going to pay retail to put it up unless it's a modular. And I don't have the money to put up, to buy, you know, 6 detective agencies and put them in a closet and hope for the best. But enough about that. You guys tell me. Bricksar, this is an official bat. Why has Lego sustained its value and overcome the eBay problem? Frictionpin, same question to you, buddy. And all you guys out there, leave me some comments. Tell me why you think Lego is so much more a collectible hobby than baseball cards or comic books or whatever it is out there that you're collecting. Why? You know, if I had toys from when I was a kid, they're worth nothing. Now, if they're brand new in the box, they're worth a lot of money. But you're a kid. Who's going to keep something brand new in the box? I mean, you tell me. What do you think, guys? Hope I didn't bore you. Hope you're still with me. As always, thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Please like the video. Please leave me some comments. Leave me some answers. Put in my comments why you think that Lego is such a good collectible, as well as a hobby. I love it. It's my hobby. You know, I'm not collecting it for future sales, but there are people who do that. And you tell me why. I want the airport shuttle. It's gone. You know how hard it is to find? You look on eBay, they're always on eBay, but there's only 1 or 2 that are on eBay. And look at the prices. Look at the price of that airport shuttle. Why? Why? Alright, guys, that's enough for me. Thanks for watching. Hope I didn't bore you. We'll see you next time.